Welcome into another video in my series where I'm going through and testing all of the weapons inside of Modern Warfare 3 to see which one of these weapons is going to be viable for us to use inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. This is going to include the aftermarket parts, the aftermarket conversion kits, as well as the MW2 weapons. So if you guys are new around here and you like to see how weapons perform inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications turned on so you're not going to miss out any future uploads from myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. As well, down below in the description you will find my link for my streams, and I stream on Mondays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I stream a ton of custom zombies and generally have a ton of fun over there and love to see you guys come hang out. Now, as we all know, BO6 is fast approaching, and I could not be more excited to be able to offer some giveaways as this channel grows with the absolutely unbelievable support shown recently on the channel. So as we reach goals and milestones on the channel, it'll unlock more and more Black Ops 6 giveaways. I'm going to be doing both versions of Black Ops 6 for giveaways, so there'll be standard and vault editions. So the first giveaway will start when the channel reaches 3,500 subscribers, and as of today's video, I am within 30 subscribers of hitting that goal. So we are oh so very close to our very next giveaway of Black Ops 6, which will be announced once we reach 3,500 subscribers. So again, I just take a second here to thank you all for the unbelievable support on the channel, which is allowing me to do something that I'm truly honored to be able to do, and that is give back to the community that has shown unbelievable support to this channel. Now in today's video is something I truly enjoy doing and have an absolute blast recording these, and that is a viewer suggestion. Now this one was from about 2 weeks ago, so forgive me for taking so long to get to it. But the suggestion today, we're going to be looking at the RAM7 assault rifle, taking that through all 3 tiers, taking on bounty contracts all the way through. So hopefully by the end of today's video, you'll have a good feel for how the RAM7 performs inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies across all 3 threat levels, and whether or not it's going to be a viable weapon for you to be using inside of your Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. So without further ado, let's get to the RAM7 review video today. Alright, welcome in. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. I truly do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Now in today's video is something I truly enjoy doing, and that is running viewer suggestions. So today we're going to be looking at the assault rifle, the RAM7, taking that through all 3 tiers, taking on bounty contracts to see how it performs. And we've got the new nuke camo on there, and I believe it's called the Smoke Signals Blueprint, which you get for doing the secret boss fight inside of the Act 3 Dark Ether. So I think that blueprint's really cool, so we're going to keep that combination of camo blueprint on the weapon for today's run. Now when I spawn in and do my weapon testing videos, I spawn in, I put on my perks with no additions to the weapon to make it any stronger. So we're going to be taking on our first bounty of the day, which is a Mangler at white rarity with no pack-a-punch, no ammo mods, and no additions to the weapon at all whatsoever on the RAM7. I did I believe I had an extras with me today. No, I didn't. I thought I had my golden armor plates with me today, but I did not. So we took on our first bounty inside of tier 1, and you can see the damage is definitely for sure decent inside of tier 1 with this RAM7 on a bounty contract. Now I remember when this came out, this was absolutely just one of the strongest weapons to use inside of the game for sure. So I was really excited to get to testing this one today and see, you know, how has the RAM7 held up. So we visited Pack-a-Punch, we meleeed the machine to keep the camo blueprint combination on there for the rest of our run, and then it was off to find ourselves another bounty contract inside of tier 1, and this time we're going to be taking it on with the only damage output increase to our RAM7 being Pack-a-Punch. We're still white rarity, no ammo mods, and no tools on the RAM7 at all. So we got ourselves a Mimic inside of tier 1, and you can see the difference. The damage output increased by just by visiting Pack-a-Punch. That Mimic was pretty much almost instant deleted. It was less than a magazine. I got absolutely amazing loot. I was stunned. I got a PAP 2 crystal out of a tier 1 bounty. Absolutely insane. So the next thing to do, at this point I was feeling really confident to use this weapon, so it was time to throw on Legendary Napalm, grab ourselves our last bounty contract inside of tier 1, and see if this is going to be like a one-shot delete, and if that is, then I know going forward into the higher threat levels that this weapon is definitely going to be something that should be viable as we increase the damage output throughout the match today. So here's our bounty inside of tier 1. I don't know what happened there, like he lagged or something. That was really weird. I was concerned about my match, whether or not I was going to get disconnected at this point. That was really, really strange. So I'm not sure what happened there, but that Mangler, he like teleported forward towards me. It was rather strange to see. So at this point I was excited, you know, to push on into tier 2, keeping the damage output where we're at, pack 1 legendary with napalm, and I wanted to grab a tier 2 bounty at this damage output to see how the RAM7's holding up. Like I said, when this weapon was introduced to the game, this was really strong. I mean, it was one of the most OP weapons you could be using when it brought into the game. So to see, after knowing they've done some nerfs to this weapon, I wanted to see how well it was performing, and you can see that Mangler didn't really stand much of a chance. We're only single packed with legendary on a bounty inside of tier 2. So at this point I was feeling super confident. I brought in a pack 2 crystal, so I didn't need to go visit the pack-a-punch machine inside of tier 2. Also, our first one of our bounties inside of tier 1 today was absolutely amazing and dropped us a pack 2 crystal, so I figured why not use the one I brought in. Time to grab another bounty contract inside of tier 2, this time being Pack-a-Punch 2 legendary with napalm. So the damage output on our RAM7 assault rifle has been increased yet again, and here we are taking on one of my least favorite bounty contracts inside of the game, Disciple. But holy smokes, this was just so easy work to get rid of that Disciple. Like, just absolutely destroyed him. And all the riffraff, the crowd control inside of tier 2 with this RAM7 is definitely not an issue at all. As you can see, I'm collecting the reward rift portals right there, and then someone had something happened to them that I've had happen to me, and I noticed that no one was helping, so I figured I would help out. They got stuck inside of a cargo contract gas station building. So where the cargo vehicle was, they were inside that building, and there's no way for them to get out. So they asked for help. So the first thing I did was check where they were. They're close by. I pinged the contracts and said I was on my way. I made it over and wanted to help them out. And then they were asking in chat if I had a YouTube channel, and I'm not one to, you know, self-promote in the middle of a game that I have a YouTube channel, but I figured since they asked, I might as well go ahead and let them know. It was pretty funny to see that for sure in a game. Does that mean we made it? Like, I'm not sure. Anyway, player was very happy to get out of their cargo building that they were locked in. I've been in there, and it's a horrible feeling to get stuck in there for sure. So it was awesome to be able to get them out. I took the cargo contract and got on my way. I said they were going to watch my YouTube channel, so I said thanks. I appreciate all the support. Almost destroyed my cargo contract in the process of letting him know that I appreciate the support. But anyway, I thought I'd show that a little bit. If you guys get stuck inside a cargo contract, make sure you ask someone to come and activate the contract so that you can get out. And then we were off to tier 3 to see how the RAM7 was going to perform inside of tier 3. However, before we get there, I wanted to make sure I stopped off at the Wonder Fizz machine to grab the rest of my perks before, you know, wandering into tier 3 and having to face all of the congestion that tier 3 can bring to us. So I wanted to show you guys, this is how I get into tier 3. Pretty much every single game I play, I jump off the crane right there and I float all the way straight to the Wonder Fizz machine to grab the rest of my perks before I move on into tier 3. So I just wanted to show you guys, if you guys are wondering, that's how I get into tier 3. It gives me a couple seconds to land before the zombie spawns really start activating. And then when I get into tier 3, I like to go and check the ritual right here to see if it's available for me to replenish the PAP 3 crystal and legendary tools that I use on my run. But unfortunately, this one was taken. But I did notice on my TAC map that the cargo contract inside of tier 3 was here. So I figured, hey, I don't get to do this very often, because usually tier 3 is crowded and it's usually a bit of a gong show to kind of get to a contract inside of tier 3. So I was super stoked to be able to grab a cargo contract and get one of the easiest contracts done inside of tier 3. And definitely that was awesome to see today. So I was super excited about that. So I was running through wanting to get this cargo contract done. It was surprised though, there was people in tier 3 earlier. I'm guessing they came in and grabbed all the rituals as there were none left. But when I got into tier 3, there was nobody here when I first got into tier 3, which was pretty awesome. I got a self-revive out of that, which I wasn't complaining about. Then I wanted to show you guys, you know, crowd control with the RAM7 inside of tier 3. But again, we are pack 2, legendary with napalm, and this was doing some substantial work to the crowd control inside of tier 3. Definitely, I wanted to show you guys that today. at only pack 2 that this could possibly be viable for us to run inside of tier 3, inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games, which is just awesome to see. I mean, I wasn't having much of an issue. It definitely have stronger damage output, of course, if we were triple pack a punch, but you can see you're definitely able to handle crowd control and damage them as they, they come at you inside of tier 3, being only pack a punch 2 on the RAM7. So that was truly awesome to see. Then I threw on my pack 3 crystal, and it was time to go off and see Zhorde, the Guardian of the Arches. Except there was one major problem. Zhorde is still not here. I said he could go on vacation in my last video. He took it to heart, and Zhorde is gone. He needs to come back. I need Zhorde back here. So Zhorde, please come back from your vacation. We expect to see you in tomorrow's video, my friend. So we picked up our bounty contract inside of tier 3, which I was super excited to get because it was a Mega Abomination. And I was really wanting to show you guys what this can do with a Mega Abomination bounty contract. Pack 3, legendary with Napalm Burst. I get over to my Mega Abomination, and there's 2. Why? Why is there always 2? Anyway, I thought, I'm not going to cut through the fight and show you all the good stuff. We'll get through the whole meat and potatoes of this entire double Mega Abomination fight inside of tier 3. One being my bounty contract, the other one being a standard Mega Abomination in the area, just a standard HVT. But you can see the damage this RAM7 is able to do to that Mega Abomination bounty contract when he fires up his laser attack and I'm able to get the critical shots in is definitely impressive. This is something that I feel is definitely going to be a viable weapon to be running inside of tier 3, inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games at pack 2 for sure. Definitely not much of an issue. I was doing some crowd control earlier in the video, as you saw, at only pack 2 with legendary and napalm. And you can see here I'm playing Ring Around the House with 2 Mega Abominations chasing after me. Both of them are trying to chomp on me. This was just absolutely the most intense double Mega Abomination fight I have had in a while. And I seem to always be getting 2 Mega Abominations coming at me. And he was firing up his laser attack there. I wasn't able to get through to his laser attack because of this sheer amount of riffraff in the area. So when that happens and the Mega Abomination is in this area, I like to hop on top of the gas station here and try and deal with some of the crowd control so that afterwards I can hop down from the gas station and, focus fire and focus my energy on my bounty contracts and the Mega Abominations in the area. So this is usually my routine for clearing out, the congestion around your bounty contracts or a Mega Abomination inside of tier 3 that you're trying to deal with. This is definitely something that I do. This is my strategy to make sure I've cleared out, most of the riffraff, most of the crowd control before I go off and engage in a Mega Abomination bounty contract fight. Unless, of course, when I get to the Mega Abomination bounty, the crowd control has been done because, let's just say, maybe tier 3 is super congested and there's already been a team run through and take out the Mega Abomination crowd control, then I don't have to worry about it. But for the most part, this is usually my routine, is I'll deal with the crowd control. I'll try and get some verticality so that the Mega Abominations will fire up their laser attacks at me. That's one tip that definitely helps out for sure. If you can climb on top of something, you have better odds of the Mega Abominations firing up a laser attack, which lets you do a lot more substantial critical hit damage to them. So that's just a nice tip for you guys. And here we're able to finish off our Mega Abomination bounty contract. We still had the other Mega Abomination in the area who was preventing me from getting over to my reward rift. I wanted to get rid of the crowd control and fire in on our Mega Abomination HVT that was in the area. I put a thermite into his head, hoping to possibly crack one of his, faces with the thermite, but he was having none of that. He was not participating in firing up the laser attack at me at all. So it was time to grow and head over here, like I said, to continue to thin out the crowd control coming up and hopefully grab our Mega Abomination to fire up his laser attack like he did right here, which was awesome to see. I was really hoping to get him to fire up his laser attack. Almost took it down right there. I was so lucky that I was able to get that critical shot on that zombie after that. I was struggling. It seems to be a common theme I've noticed in Tier 3 recently to have armor plates. It seems to be a constant struggle to be able to come up with armor plates. I've noticed that. Let me know in the comments below if you guys feel the same way. I took it down there trying to reload the RAM7. So mags of holding, I feel, would definitely provide like just an ultimate build for this. You wouldn't have to be reloading. I didn't have any mags of holding with me today, so that's why I didn't use them. But I feel like mags of holding would definitely combat the issue you have with reloading. But other than that, this weapon is really, really strong. You can see we finished off the second Mega Abomination of our double Mega Abomination fight with our bounty contract. So that's 2 Mega Abominations we've got taken out inside of Tier 3 with this RAM7. So for me, I definitely would class this as a weapon that's going to be viable to be using inside of Tier 3, inside of all of our games. Definitely, I would recommend that you're running this probably at Epic Pack 2 or above to have, you know, just an easy time pretty much wherever you go. Epic Pack 2 inside of Tier 3, you may be a bit of a bullet sponge when dealing with HVTs and bounty contracts, but you should be fairly decent for taking out crowd control and the general congestion that is Tier 3 at Pack 2 Epic. But if you are Epic at Pack 3 with the RAM7 inside of Tier 3, I feel like you're going to just melt and have a really good run and a really good go of it. So let me know down below what you guys think of the RAM7. Let's work together down in the comments section to come up with an amazing build so we can all have, you know, an awesome build on the RAM7 for us to run inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. And again, I was just thoroughly enjoying using the RAM7, so this was just an opportunity to continue to show you guys just how viable I found this weapon to be inside of my Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. I wasn't having much issue dealing with crowd control, dealing with HVTs. You can see the zombies are just kind of melting at the end of the barrel, which is awesome to see. The HVT is doing, you know, taking out some pretty awesome damage on him. I have no plates, so it's a bit of a struggle to keep moving because I can't take, you know, that second hit without plates, or you're going to be looking at a down. So I got to keep moving and getting the shots in as you move around because I don't have any plates. But that's just a struggle with not having plates. I feel if you have mags of holding, it's, you know, definitely not going to be an issue. But you can see we got the standard Mimic coming at us. An HVT inside of Tier 3, not an issue at all. Definitely able to, you know, take it out and dish out the damage 100%. Checked our loot right here. I can't remember what we got out of here. Another self-revive, which is always good to see. I had to circle back to pick up that self-revive. And then I just wanted to show you just a couple like tap shots into Tier 3 Zombies, just so you guys can see just how strong this RAM7 is inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies currently. So definitely something that I feel is going to be viable for all of us to be using inside of our Modern Warfare 3 Zombies games. The Assault Rifle RAM7 for sure. So, as always, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you so much. We are oh so close to our giveaway on the channel at 3,500 subscribers. So, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe now. Turn on the notifications so you're not going to miss out on any future uploads. This is the build I used in today's run. So, if you guys want to make any changes, let's work together down in the comments to make those changes so we can come up with an amazing build for us all to use. And the camo I used is under all camos, under your events, and it is the Nuka-Cola from the event. Nuka-Cola Quantum is the camo I was using, and then the blueprint is the one that is from the secret boss fight inside of Season 3's Dark Ether. It gives you a blueprint for the RAM7, and the RAM7 blueprint it gives you is called Smoke Signals, and this is it here, and I think it looks absolutely awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the next one.